Hi, puppies. Hi, puppies. Let's get a good view of the puppies. These little terrors. They harass me and my dogs every time we walk by. They're cute. They're adorable. All right. So, yeah, it's been a while since I did a ride. I've been working on my bike quite a bit. Well, just little things here and there. Like I got a little strap that I put on my extra battery that hangs off under the rear rack just because, I don't know, I feel like extra protection is never bad. I have this little sensor that I got for my birthday for the front and back tires. That's supposed to tell me the PSI of the tires while I'm doing it, but I think I might have to replace the batteries in it or something because it is not working. Let's see, I just turned it on. Yeah. So front tire 0 PSI, back tire 0 PSI. So I'll let it run a while and see if it updates. But yeah, I've been working on the main thing I've been working on is like a seat cover for the RadRunner seat and passenger package, since I have the 1.0, we'll call it now. RadRunner 2 came out with a bigger seat. Ooh, it's windy, a little chilly. How you doing? RadRunner 2, when that one came out, Rad gave the seat more cushion. And so I was planning on just buying an extra seat when they came out with it, just the seat and the passenger package. But the passenger package that Rad sells comes with the wheel guards, the wheel skirt, and also the pegs. And I don't need either of those things. And so I was hoping they'd just come out with the seat, the passenger seat by itself. But I've been checking and it's not on there. So I decided, like, well, and I also wanted the black color, black leather instead of, or faux leather instead of the espresso faux leather that the Plus comes with. Just because I think it looks better. So, and instead, I decided to make a seat cover with extra padding. So, went to Hobby Lobby, got some cheap vinyl, some white thread, and some batting, which is, I guess, what they call that padding that quilts come with. You know, some of those terms that you learn when you're married that I never knew when I was single. Something just fell off and made a big clanking noise. So I want to check that out. I hate road debris because you run over it, it makes a metal noise and you're like, okay, what was that? Did it fall off my bike or did I just run over something? Oh, it's a freaking razor blade in the street. I need to get rid of that. Put that in my pocket and throw that away later. Rusty razor blade, that's what we need on the street with kids playing and people biking. Some people. Okay, so where was I? Oh yeah, decided to just, I'm not an expert seamstress or person who sews, but I can put a needle through thread, so I thought, hey, might as well, what's the worst that can happen? I lose 20 bucks buying the supplies and it just doesn't turn out well. So went to Hobby Lobby, bought some cheap vinyl and some thread and some padding, and yeah, kind of measured it out, make a pattern, just get some like a big sheet of paper, you know, that packing material that comes with most shipments now. You get something fragile sent to you, and they give you a bunch of, like a huge sheet of paper. So just make a pattern with that, draw it out, cut the vinyl, shape it, sew it, and yeah, I made a short video, just one of those YouTube shorts that shows what it looks like, and that wasn't too bad. Yeah, I'm sitting on it right now, and since the vinyl it's kind of grippy, the rad, I forgot my gloves. The rad seat by itself is kind of slippery after a while, especially when it gets worked in, and so I constantly have to scooch back because I sit on the passenger seat, and well, half on the passenger seat, half on the main seat, and so I scoot down constantly, having to readjust myself. But it seems right now I'm not having to do that, so that's good. Woo, it's cold out today. It's supposed to be in the 50s or 40s. I woke up this morning, it was snowing. But the sun came out, so it seemed like it was going to be a little bit warmer for a ride, but I guess not. The wind is blowing. People that know me have been giving me crap about having to. I've been working on my bike more than I've been riding it, which seems to be the case, because it's a nice little hobby. Mess with it, paint it, mod it, and then ride it. It's fun. Last I rode, I decided that I needed new brake pads, so I put new brake pads in, and then thought, oh wow, these brake pads aren't working too well. I just tried them, and I thought they weren't working at all like my old brake pads, but it just seems that because I'm going faster, got the new motor, I get up to like 28 miles per hour, and they just don't stop as well as they used to because I was going 20 miles per hour. So I've been looking into a larger rotor, at least in the front, because that's where I hear most of your brake power comes from. It's, what, 70% from the front tire versus 30% from the back tire. So I was looking for a larger rotor for the front brake and hydraulic system, which anybody who's been looking at anything these days with the supply chain issues, like I don't know, graphics cards for computers, it's impossible to find anything. It's sad. Either it's out of stock because we can't get it manufactured and shipped over from China, or scalpers have been picking them up and selling them on eBay for like 4 times what they've been worth. And of course, the people out there that have the money have been actually paying for it, like PS5s and, like I said, graphics cards. I don't really feel like paying $300 for one brake cable or some brake caliper and lever. Even if it is Magura or something like that, that's a good quality one. It's just, to me, it seems like a waste. I'm so digging these new tires, these V Speedsters. They're so quiet. I can actually hear myself think now. But these Tannis liners kind of got me worried. It's been kind of an issue I've seen online. Go ahead. That the tubes that come with the liners have been known to have issues, like not holding air. And I thought maybe it's just because they're new tubes. I just blew them up or inflated them, and I inflated them to 20 psi. And then I checked just a couple days ago, and they were a 10 psi. So I'm hoping they're just needed to, be worked in, sort of thing. I hope, because I don't really want to reach out to Rad and get new tubes and have to take off the liners and redo the tubes. I put slime in when I redid it, so I thought that would do any puncture wounds, but from what I hear, the issue is where the stems, the valve stems for the inner tubes are. They're just like the seam right there is just not holding air. And I haven't rode in a while, and it's nice. It's nice to get out on the road, even though it's a little chilly right now. And I forgot my gloves, like I said. Bolton slash, I'm going to call it Bolton slash Area 13 for a while there until I remember the name, or everybody else knows the name. So Area 13 is apparently coming out with their own 4-piston hydraulic brake lines system that they're pre-ordering right now to be shipped out in May, I believe it is. Who knows when in May, but hopefully the beginning of May. And so I'm thinking about just buying those, since they're 150 bucks introductory price for the pair. Air Force jet flying above. 150 bucks for the pair versus a lot of the ones that I'm seeing right now for a 2-piston brake line, caliper, lever. We're going for 150 bucks for a single. So a lot of supply and demand, and half of it is price gouging going on, it seems. So I'm thinking about picking those up. The only thing is I don't really want to wait, but I'm patient. I waited for months for my motor to come in. A nice guy. I waited for months for my motor to come in, and when it did, I took a month for it just to dink around to actually get it installed. So I can wait. It's just one of those things of spring is here and riding season's upon us, and I want to get everything done and taken care of and not wait around for me to change out the brake lines, or God forbid something happens and I'm screwed for the meantime while I don't know, like I get a defective one and have to switch it out and then switch it back and then wait for a new one to be shipped to me. Whew, Black Lives Matter. You don't see that around these parts. Yeah. appreciate when people stop at that road for me, because most of them don't. Let's see how fast I can get up to. Is blowing me. The wind gusts have almost blown me over back there. Yeah, since I upgraded the motor, whoo, I almost got blown right over. Since I upgraded the motor, I'm doing a lot of ghost pedaling. The chain ring chain ring on the RadRunner Plus is like 46 tooth, I think. And once you get up to 25, we'll say, you're just, I got pigeons. I got a pigeon coop over there. Once you get to about 25, you're just pedaling for nothing other than just to move your legs around. But it's not doing anything to get you moving or get you going forward. And so I'm looking into getting a bigger chain ring. The runner, the regular runner, the runner 1 and 2 came with a 52 tooth chain ring. So I was thinking about just trying to order one of those through Rad and switch it out, since hey, they're essentially the same bike except for the accessories. The core of it's the same type of frame on the two, except for the paint job and the 7-speed and the suspension, but who cares about those? No cars. I really wish that I didn't forget my gloves. So I was thinking about just getting one of those for Rad, but of course, like most things, most replacement parts, they've been out of stock. I've been checking on their website. But no deal so far. There's been a lot of subscribers since I last made a video. I'm like at 60 something subscribers now, which is super awesome. I never expected anybody to care about my videos or anything like that. So it's nice, and I appreciate everybody who's clicking on videos. I even had one person buy a Rad and use my referral link, which is that's even more awesome. So yeah, I appreciate that. Any support that you can give, that'd be great. A kid was just staring at me. Just love kids. They can just stare at you for no reason, and they don't have any shame. First, once you get to be an adult, then you can't just stare at people anymore, because it's rude. But when you're a kid, you don't care. You go, oh, I want to look at something. I'm looking at it. about 6.8 miles so far. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do more pedaling, so I need to get a bigger chain ring, so I can actually put more pedal power behind my rides. Looks like the RadRunner has the cars backed up, so see if I could squeeze by there. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos lately of people riding, like in LA mostly, just going in traffic, cutting down traffic. Man, I don't know if I could do that in LA. They got some crazy drivers. I'm watching Peter Parker. He hasn't made a video in a while, but when he did, it's usually like him getting cut off or almost getting hit by a car, and then the car honking at him like he's in the wrong. I've had to deal with that because I've been biking for most of my life. You know, when you're a kid, you bike because it's fun and you need to get around. And so me and my friends would bike everywhere, even when we got up into high school age, before we got a car. And then when he got a car, then of course we didn't bike as much, but it's one of those things of, like, when you're a biker, when you bike ride, you hate people in cars because they just don't care. And then when you get a car, you think everybody on a bike is in your way and that the road belongs to you. That's definitely not the case. That's one thing I'll have to do. When I get new brakes, I'll have to get a secondary bell, because these Tektro brakes have the bell built into the lever, which is great for, like, people on the trail. I don't want to honk at them because that's just rude, but I don't want to, like, yell at them and say, like, on your left. It's one of those, like, crazy things that people do. On your left. I don't want to do that. So I was thinking about looking for another extra bell, something small, just enough to get people's attention. But not to be too obnoxious, like a horn. A horn I put in for, like, traffic, if I ever do run in traffic.